A rich man lives in a big city near the sea. He has got 3 daughters and 3 sons. One daughter is called Beauty because she is very beautiful. The other 2 daughters are called Rosalind and Hortensia. They are lazy and unfriendly. They like going out and having fun. They both want to find a rich husband. They do not like Beauty because she is beautiful. Beauty has got long red hair. She is kind and friendly. She likes staying at home and reading books. She also likes playing the piano. Beauty's father is a merchant. One day, he loses all his money because his ship is lost at sea.
My dear children,
he says sadly,
I haven't got much money. We're poor. We must leave this big house and go and live in the country.
Oh dear,
say the 2 sisters.
We're poor. This is terrible.
What bad luck,
say the 3 brothers. A year later, Beauty's father gets an important letter. He calls his 6 children and says,
Listen to this letter. Your ship is here. It is not lost at sea. Please come to the port.
Please, don't spend your money, Father,
says Beauty.
Just bring me a rose.
On the way home, he crosses a big forest. It is snowing and windy. He is lost. Suddenly, he sees a big castle in the forest, and there are lights in the windows.
How strange,
he thinks.
There's no one here.
He is hungry and sits down at the table and starts to eat. Then he is sleepy. He finds a warm, comfortable bed and falls asleep. The next morning, he finds some new clothes near his bed.
How nice! New clothes,
he thinks.
A kind person lives in this castle.
He looks out of the window and is surprised.
It's not snowing, and it's a beautiful day,
he thinks.
And there are flowers in the garden.
He gets dressed and goes to the hall. There are biscuits, chocolate and milk on the long table. He sits down and says,
Thank you for this lovely breakfast.
He looks round but sees no one. He eats and decides to go home. He goes to the stable and gets his horse. In the garden he sees some roses.
Beauty wants a rose,
he thinks. He takes a lovely one. Suddenly he hears a terrible noise. He turns round and sees an ugly monster.
You're a bad man,
cries the beast angrily.
You come to my castle and I save your life. You eat here and you sleep here. And then you take one of my beautiful roses. For this, you must die.
Beauty's father starts to cry.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You're very kind. Please don't be angry with me. This rose is for one of my daughters.
My name is not Sir. It is Beast. Please call me by my name. You talk about your daughters. Then one of your daughters must die in your place.
Oh, no,
says Beauty's father.
They're young, and they don't want to die.
Then you must come back here and die,
says. Then he gets on his horse and goes home. When he is at home, he gives the rose to Beauty.
Take this rose, Beauty,
he says sadly.
Let me tell you about my terrible adventure.
Rosalind and Hortensia are angry with Beauty. They say,
Father must die because you like roses.
Beauty!
No,
says Beauty.
Father is not going to die. I'm going to the beast's castle.
The next morning, Beauty and her father go to the beast's castle. Inside the castle, they see a long table with a lot of good food on it. Beauty and her father are not hungry, but they sit down and eat. Suddenly, they hear a loud noise.
What's that terrible noise?
Asks Beauty.
The beast is coming,
Says her father. Beauty sees the beast's ugly face and she is terrified.
Oh, this beast is really terrible,
She thinks. The beast looks at her and says,
You're a brave girl.
I'm very sorry about the rose from your garden.
says Beauty quietly. She goes to see the big garden and she is surprised. It is a beautiful garden with a lot of lovely flowers. Then she goes to see the big castle. She looks in all the rooms. On one door she sees this sign, Beauty's Room. She opens the door and sees a lovely room. There is a nice bed and a mirror on the wall. Beauty looks round and thinks,
There's a piano and a lot of books for me. How strange. Perhaps the beast doesn't want to eat me tonight.
She takes a book and starts to read it. Suddenly, she sees these words on the pages.
Welcome, Beauty. Don't be afraid. You're the queen here. Tell me everything you want.
I only want to see my poor father,
says Beauty. Suddenly, she sees her father in the mirror on the wall. He is very sad. She also sees her home and Hortensia and Rosalind. They are happy without Beauty.
The beast is kind to me.
She thinks.
Why am I afraid of him?
At dinner time, she sits down at the long table and then she hears the beast coming. She is terrified.
Beauty, can I sit here with you?
Asks the beast.
You're the lord of the castle,
Says Beauty.
And you're the queen.
Says the beast.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
Says Beauty quietly.
Am I very ugly?
Asks the beast. Beauty does not know what to say. She looks at him and thinks for a moment.
Well, yes, you are,
Says Beauty.
but you're kind and polite.
The beast looks at Beauty and smiles.
You're right. I'm terribly ugly, but I'm kind. This is your home now, Beauty. Please don't be sad. Do you want to marry me, Beauty?
No, I'm sorry, I don't want to marry you. In the mirror of my room,
Says Beauty.
I see my poor father. He's sad and lonely. He thinks I'm dead.
All right.
Says the beast.
You can visit your father tomorrow morning, but remember, you must come back in a week. Before you come back, put this ring on a table near your bed. It's a magic ring. Goodbye, Beauty.
The next morning, Beauty wakes up in her bedroom in her father's house. She gets up and goes downstairs. When her father sees her, he cries,
Beauty, is that you? How wonderful! My daughter is well and she's here.
That morning, Rosalind and Hortensia come to visit their sister. They are both very unhappy.
Oh, Beauty,
Says Rosalind.
I'm unhappy. Why are you unhappy, Rosalind?
Asks Beauty.
Oh, it's a long story.
Says Rosalind.
Please tell me.
Says Beauty. Tell us about the beast, says Hortensia.
Oh, the beast is not a bad man,
says Beauty.
He's very kind.
10 days later, Beauty dreams about the beast. In her dream, the beast is on the grass in the garden of the castle, and he's going to die. Beauty wakes up and thinks,
The poor beast is going to die without me. I must go back to him.
She takes the ring and puts it on a table near her bed.
The beast is ugly, but he's very kind,
she thinks.
Why don't I marry him? I'm happy with him. My sisters have handsome, clever husbands, but they're not happy. What's happening?
Beauty thinks.
Where's the beast? Why isn't he here?
Suddenly she remembers her dream. She runs to the garden and sees the beast on the grass.
Oh no!
She cries.
Is he dead?
She listens to his heart and it is beating.
Good, he's not dead,
she thinks. The beast slowly opens his eyes.
Beauty,
he whispers.
I'm dying, but I'm happy because you're here.
No, beast,
cries Beauty.
Don't die. You must live and become my husband. I love you and I can't live without you.
Suddenly, all the lights of the castle and the garden turn on. There are beautiful fireworks in the sky. Beauty is surprised and looks at the castle. Then she turns round and looks at the beast. What a surprise! She sees a handsome young man.
Thank you, Beauty,
says the young man.
The spell is broken.
But where is the beast?
asks Beauty.
I am the beast,
says the prince.
I don't understand,
says Beauty.
Who are you?
I'm a prince, and this is my castle,
says the young man.
Sometimes a bad witch puts a spell on a prince, and only true love can break the spell. Now I know your love is true.
The prince takes her hand and says,
Do you want to marry me, Beauty?